Inguinal hernia symptoms in women. 10 early signs you shouldn't ignore. Do you have unexplained pain or a bulge in your groin area? Could it be more than just a muscle strain? This video will explore 10 early inguinal hernia symptoms in women that you absolutely should not ignore. Recognizing these hernia symptoms in women early can lead to timely and appropriate management. Remember, this information is for educational purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. If you experience any of these inguinal hernia signs in women, please consult a healthcare professional for proper diagnosis and guidance. The science-backed resources supporting the information presented in this video can be found in the description below. Welcome to our daily health. An inguinal hernia in women occurs when soft tissue, such as part of the intestine or fatty tissue, pushes through a weak spot in the abdominal wall, often in the groin area. Identifying the early signs of an inguinal hernia in women is crucial for preventing potential complications. These hernia symptoms can sometimes be subtle and might be mistaken for other conditions, leading to delayed diagnosis and potential worsening of the condition. Let's discuss 10 important inguinal hernia symptoms in women that warrant your attention. 1. A noticeable bulge in the groin area. One of the most common inguinal hernia symptoms in women is the appearance of a bulge in the groin. This bulge might be more noticeable when you stand up, cough, or strain due to increased abdominal pressure forcing tissue through the weakened area. It may disappear when you lie down as gravity helps the protruding tissue retract. The size of the bulge can vary from very small to quite prominent. This is a key early sign of a hernia in women that should prompt a medical evaluation to determine the cause and appropriate next steps. Tip: regularly check your groin area, especially when you are standing after activities that might strain the area. Note if you see or feel any new swelling or protrusion that wasn't there before. Report any such findings to your doctor, even if it seems small or comes and goes. 2. Pain or discomfort in the groin. Pain or discomfort in the groin is another frequent inguinal hernia symptom in women. This pain can range from a dull ache that is constantly present to a sharp, pulling sensation that occurs with specific movements. It might worsen with physical activity, heavy lifting, or prolonged standing, as these activities put more pressure on the hernia. The intensity of the pain can vary significantly from woman to woman. Do not dismiss persistent groin pain as just a muscle issue, especially if it is accompanied by other symptoms. It could be a hernia sign in women. Tip: pay attention to any recurring or persistent pain in your groin area, even if it is mild at first. Note if specific activities like exercise or lifting seem to make the pain worse or more noticeable. Keeping a log of your symptoms can be helpful when you consult with your doctor. 3. A heavy or dragging sensation in the groin. Some women with an inguinal hernia report a feeling of heaviness or dragging in their groin area. This sensation might be more pronounced after physical exertion or towards the end of the day when the muscles have been supporting the hernia for a longer period. It is a subtle hernia symptom in women that can sometimes be overlooked or attributed to fatigue. However, if you experience this consistently, especially with other potential signs like a bulge or pain, it is worth investigating further with a healthcare professional. Tip: be mindful of any unusual sensations of heaviness or dragging in your groin, even if there is no visible bulge. See if this sensation is linked to periods of activity or prolonged standing, and whether it is relieved by lying down. This information can be valuable for your doctor. Found this video valuable? Like and subscribe for more health tips. Drop your comments or questions below. We're eager to hear from you. Please share this video to help others. 4. Weakness or pressure in the groin. A feeling of weakness or pressure in the groin can also be an early inguinal hernia symptom in women. You might notice this especially when lifting something heavy, coughing forcefully, or during other activities that put strain on your abdominal muscles. This sensation of weakness suggests an underlying issue with the abdominal wall's integrity. It is an important hernia sign in women to be aware of, as it indicates a potential structural problem. Tip: notice if you feel any unusual weakness or a sensation of pressure in your groin during everyday activities, particularly those involving lifting, straining, or even prolonged standing. This feeling of instability in the groin area should be reported to your doctor for evaluation. 5. A burning or aching sensation at the bulge site. As an inguinal hernia develops in women, you might experience a burning or aching sensation at the site of the bulge. This discomfort can be intermittent, coming and going, or persistent, being a constant source of annoyance. It indicates irritation or pressure on the protruding tissue and the surrounding nerves. This localized pain is a significant inguinal hernia symptom in women that warrants medical attention to prevent potential complications and manage discomfort. Tip: pay close attention to any burning or aching feelings specifically at the location of a groin bulge, even if the bulge is small. Note if any particular movements, like bending or twisting, seem to trigger or worsen this sensation. This detailed information can help your doctor make an accurate diagnosis. Hashks: pain radiating down the thigh or towards the labia. In some cases, the pain associated with an inguinal hernia in women can radiate down into the thigh or even towards the labia. This occurs due to the proximity of nerves in the groin area that can become compressed or irritated by the hernia. This radiating pain can sometimes be mistaken for sciatica, a pulled muscle, or even gynecological issues. However, if it is accompanied by other hernia symptoms like a bulge or groin discomfort, it could be related to a hernia. Tip: be aware if any groin pain extends down your thigh or towards your labia. Note if this radiating pain is linked to activities that also make a groin bulge more noticeable or painful. Describing the exact location and nature of the pain to your doctor is crucial for diagnosis. 7. Discomfort that worsens with increased abdominal pressure. Activities that increase abdominal pressure, such as forceful coughing, sneezing, or straining during bowel movements, can worsen the discomfort associated with an inguinal hernia in women. This increased pressure directly pushes more tissue through the weakened area in the abdominal wall, exacerbating the pain and potentially making the bulge more prominent. This correlation between increased abdominal pressure and worsened pain is a key hernia symptom in women that should not be ignored. Tip: observe if your groin pain or bulge becomes more pronounced or painful when you cough, sneeze, lift heavy objects, or strain during bowel movements. This pattern of symptom exacerbation with increased abdominal pressure is a strong indicator of a potential hernia. 8. A feeling of fullness or pressure in the pelvis. Some women with an inguinal hernia may experience a general feeling of fullness or pressure in the pelvic region. This can be a less specific symptom, as pelvic pressure can be caused by various conditions. However, when combined with other signs like groin pain or a noticeable bulge, this pelvic pressure can be an additional indicator of a hernia. This pelvic pressure is a hernia symptom in women to consider, especially if it is new or persistent. Tip: be aware of any new or persistent feelings of fullness or pressure in your pelvis, even if you don't have significant groin pain or a readily apparent bulge. Note if this pressure is associated with any specific activities or times of the day and report it to your doctor. 9. Pain during or after exercise. Physical activity, even if it is not heavy lifting, can sometimes exacerbate inguinal hernia symptoms in women. You might notice increased pain, a pulling sensation, or general discomfort in the groin area during or shortly after exercising, especially activities that engage the core muscles, such as running, jumping, or even prolonged walking. This exercise-related pain can be an important clue that there might be an underlying issue like a hernia. Tip: pay attention to whether your groin pain worsens during or after physical activity. Note which specific types of exercises seem to have the most impact on your symptoms. Modifying your exercise routine and discussing these symptoms with your doctor is advisable. 10. A small tender lump in the groin area. Sometimes an inguinal hernia in women might present as a small tender lump in the groin area that you can feel upon gentle touch. This lump might not always be obviously protruding, especially in the early stages or in smaller hernias, but it can be sensitive or even painful when pressed. This palpable lump is a significant inguinal hernia symptom in women that requires medical attention for proper diagnosis and management. Tip: gently feel your groin area regularly, especially after activities that cause discomfort. Note if you detect any new, small lumps that are tender to the touch or feel different from the surrounding tissue. Report any such findings to your healthcare provider promptly. Bottom line: recognizing these 10 early inguinal hernia symptoms in women is crucial for seeking timely medical attention. While natural remedies cannot cure a hernia, being aware of these signs allows for early diagnosis and discussion of appropriate management options with your doctor. Ignoring these hernia symptoms can lead to complications, including increased pain and the potential for the hernia to become incarcerated or strangulated, requiring emergency surgery. If you experience any of these signs, it is important to consult a healthcare professional for a proper evaluation and personalized advice.